Good everyone. Good afternoon from here. How are you doing? How is your day going? You are all welcome to Moment of Truth today. Please help me share this. Help me share it, please. We won't stay too long today. Please help me share it. Forward it to as many as possible. Thank you as you do so. Thank you. Thank you as you're joining us, please. Pardon me, I'm trying to. Okay. Ixlen, welcome, Imake. Good afternoon. Olubare, hi. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me today. Queen, yes, so you are welcome. Apostle Tayo, I welcome you all to the program. Thank you for joining me again today. God bless you. So, okay. Yeah, before we go ahead, let's just sing a song. Yeah. Okoli, thank you. Thank you. Wow. That's interesting. God's name be praised. I heard that Igboro ti dàrú in Nigeria. Is it true, Pierre? I know, yes, so they say something don't scatter, streets don't scatter. Now, then so. It is well. There is nothing hidden that shall not be made manifest. Yeah. God alone is God, and he rules in the affairs of men. White liberty. Okay, let's sing. Please keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm singing my song again. God hate the power of Jesus' name. I'll sing it in my language. Okay. Gbogbo ayé gbé Jésù ga, áńgẹ́lì, ẹ wọlé fún. Ẹ mú adé ọba rẹ̀ wá, ṣe lọ́ba àwọn ọba. Gbogbo ayé gbé Jésù ga, áńgẹ́lì ẹ wólẹ̀ fún. Ẹ mú adé ọba rẹ̀ wá, ṣe lọ́ba àwọn ọba. We give you glory, Lord, as we worship you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are powerful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are powerful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are merciful. 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 You are worthy, oh Lord. Father, we worship you again today. It's by your mercies that we are not consumed, because your compassions fail not. Thank you, King of glory. Yeah, thank you, Father. Thank you all for joining me again today. I moved the time and you are here. I don't take that for granted. Thank you. You're welcome. And I want to thank everybody that has joined in the prayer and fasting. I want to assure you that we have not prayed in vain. Okay? This is the confidence that we have, that whatever we ask of him in his name, he will answer us. We have cried unto God, and it's happening soon. Okay? So keep trusting. Don't stop praying. Let's keep on praying in our various locations, and let's wait and see what God will do. I know God answers prayers, and he answers the prayers of his saints. The effectual fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much. As you have called on him, he will answer, and he will avenge the death of his saints, the suffering, the oppression of his children, and he will set the captives free. Even the lawful captives shall be delivered in Jesus' name. So shall it be. So thank you all. Today, I said it's very urgent, and I will let you know why I said that. It's about Richard is going to court on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, yes. Richard and Adewale Ajimisogbe will be arraigned in court this Thursday. Remember, Ajimisogbe is still in custody. That 23-year-old boy has been in custody since the first week in March. So this makes it 3 months now. Ajimisogbe has spent 3 months in the prison. And his offense is this: that Davidson Juwon, this same Davidson Juwon, Olukoya's lawyer, and please, those that are in Nigeria, you can do something for us. You see, I work 2 jobs, and there's a limit to what I can do. At least I'm working on my own hand there. But if you are listening to me and you know you can do something, you can talk to somebody, maybe you are affiliated to a body, organization, you know somebody there that can fight this injustice, like human rights organizations, or you know people in the corridors of power, or maybe in the what do they call it, military, or anything, anywhere, please, anybody that can help us in the judiciary, please contact them, especially this Davidson. I've been telling you since last year that this since anyway, I've been telling you in recent times that Davidson, at least you see the voice note I've been playing, Davidson has been doing a lot of things that, I mean, it's against the ethics of the law profession. I don't know where Olukoya got that guy. And you know, somebody just told me that, somebody called me about 2 weeks ago that, have I forgotten Davidson? That when we were in Gen 218, that used to roam aimlessly in Prayer City. That means the person said it looked like a homeless person to her at that time. And that he would come for help and things, saying he's a lawyer, no job and whatever. Only for her to see him at the headquarters, that is now Olukoya's lawyers. And Davidson himself has said that he was in the streets. So I don't know. He said he was in the streets, and Olukoya took him and made him a son. I don't know if he's qualified, because with all that he's doing, He's just working. He's breaking the law. I mean, everything is breaking the law. And then he's a lawyer. Please, somebody should, maybe you write to a body, I don't know. Please do something. If you are listening to me and you are a lawyer, or you know somebody in the NBA, in the Nigerian Bar Association, please, Davidson needs to be reported. Okay, Davidson wrote a petition in January, in March, against Adewale Ajimisogbe and Richard Ayotunde. And he said, according to him, you know, I said they went to Richard's house to arrest him. That thank God they went live and they bundled him to SARS. Okay. You see that arrest, it was everything that initiated it, because he submitted a petition, according to a petition in Ikeja, that Adewale Ajimisogbe and Richard Ayotunde, they connived together. There is a conspiracy, they connived. In fact, he said it was Richard that sponsored Ajimisogbe to write a defamatory publication against Dike Olukoya. When Richard and his lawyer got to Ikeja, they called Ajimisogbe. He had already been in detention. They called him out of the cell. He's a 23-year-old boy from Ondo State. They called him out of the cell and said he should identify Richard. He said he didn't know Richard from Adam. And he said nobody sponsored his publication, that he did it on his own. He's an upcoming blogger, and he just felt doing Olukoya's story will attract traffic to his page. In fact, the publication he made, he copied it from Sahara Reporters, but he changed the title. He said Olukoya is the criminal behind all illegal acts in MFM Church or whatever. And Olukoya, I want to ask you, with all that is on the streets now in the open, are you not a criminal? You are a criminal now. I mean, it's no longer defamation if it's the truth. Isn't that what they say? It's no longer defamation, this is truth. Aren't you a criminal when you are staging a murder, attempted murder, robbery, attack? You are staging it in a hotel, giving order for your pastors to go and be killed, lying, setting up people, framing them up even for death. Aren't you a criminal, Olukoya? So where's the defamation in what Adewale Ajimisogbe did? Anyway, the guy said he didn't know Richard. And you know, in spite of that, they detained Richard and Adewale Ajimisogbe. Lawyer Ogunlana went to did the ex parte whatever injunction, and the lawyer said, the judge ruled that Richard should be released with immediate effect. Okay, I had no hand. Do you know these people, they didn't obey that order? It's only in Nigeria. Even here in America, the president, you see, no matter how young or how old that judge is, once a judge gives an order, whoever you are, you have to obey it. But Olukoya is so powerful in Nigeria. He has bought over everywhere. I don't know what, I don't know. Anyway, the police didn't listen to that, and they kept saying in the something that they are getting orders from Abuja. Only God knows who is giving them the order from Abuja, that they have to contradict what the judge ruled. Anyway, long story short, you all know what happened. From there, they bundled them. Now, when that, even in that cell, the police brought a new lawsuit now. You see how police are working for Olukoya. He's been doing it. Look at what he did for those people that went to prison, that he sent to prison. He's been doing it for long. Now, when Davidson was the one that wrote the petition, okay? But later, when they were to be moved to Ikoyi prison, the police, Nigerian police force, brought a lawsuit against Richard and Adewale Ajimisogbe, and they still maintained it, that Richard and Ajimisogbe connived to defame Olukoya. Do you see the rot that is going on in the system? Do you know it's because of that lawsuit that Richard spent over 70 days in Ikoyi prison? Why are these people working for Olukoya? Life is not about money. If you know the money you are getting in the police force is not enough for you, go and get something else to do. You are the one that you are meant to protect the citizen, and yet you are the ones working against. You are allowing yourself to be used by criminals like Olukoya to deal with citizens. It's a shame, honestly. I don't know. Why is Nigeria behaving like this in this modern age? Anyway, you don't got to you everything, Sha. They are still there. But something happened yesterday, and that's why I'm out now. You see that case? Okay, the one they are going for on Thursday now. Oh, I'm mixing it up. Sorry. One here is because of what's this woman's name? Ayole Yitawoshe. Richard is going to court on Thursday. Based on, I've mixed it up. You see so many lawsuits. Olukoya ṣó fi ẹjọ́ ṣe ẹ́ ni. You see, has allowed me to mix it up. This Thursday, what they are going for now is the case Opeyemi Emmanuel brought against Richard Ayotunde, where she said Richard wanted to attack her only child. That Richard came to her area with his gang, with dangerous weapons to attack her child. She even claimed they came twice. That the second time they came, the gang is at large, but they were able to catch only Richard. Listen to me, you see, that's what Olukoya has been doing. The same thing he did to Femi Jimoh and that Baba Caleb, that they were set up with trouble. You see what is going on? And the aim was to put Richard in prison. You see, if not for God and the way we've been shouting, that's how they would have done the whole thing. That was what they did for those two pastors, or those 3 victims. And they spent 9 years in Kirikiri. The same thing Olukoya raised Opeyemi Emmanuel to do against Richard. Saying that Richard, I mean, when you say somebody came with dangerous weapons to attack your child, isn't that an attempted murder? Something that never happened. And you, all of you that have been supporting Olukoya, all you people that are commenting on social media, that Olukoya has given peanuts, ever jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa choke yín. You are young guys. Olukoya says that you are jobless. He pays you and then he's roping you into this. Don't attract God's curse upon your head. I'm begging you. You are somebody's child. Stop it. Don't partake in Olukoya's judgment. Okay, anyway, that's what they are going to court on Thursday for now. That case between Opeyemi Emmanuel and Richard Ayotunde. And it is that Richard wanted to attack her child. And then cyberbullying. Now, while I'm here, do you know, since Richard came out of prison, in fact, before he came out, you know, I told you the wife ran away from home because police have been coming to harass her. So the lawyer said she should just, that this police, they will just come and be picking you up like snails. And shiny big local, that you should run for your life. So she was in hiding even before her husband was released. So even since Richard has been released now, they've not been in their house. I told you the children have stopped going to school because of this wahala. Those children have been out of school for over a month now. You see how Olukoya is afflicting, tormenting, torturing even children. And you call that one a man of God? Anyway, I thank God the secret is in the open now. Olukoya, I told you that, see, if you don't repent, your global shame is looming. Is it not? Are we not seeing it now? No one knows who you are now. But my question is that why is the police still supporting Richard? Still supporting Olukoya? They are going to court on Thursday. I told you they've been in hiding. Do you know Ayole Yitawoshe was trading Richard's phone yesterday? She called Richard's phone and it's to trade him. That was what they did before, and they went to pick him up 2 days. Remember that match? Richard was to go to court in 2 days' time. The lawsuit between him and Olukoya and Ayole and Yitawoshe. And see what they did with Davidson. Somebody was to appear in court. Davidson too was in that lawsuit too. Richard sued Olukoya, Davidson, Tayoshe Ayole, and the Nigerian police force. And Davidson had the effrontery. That's why I said, please, if you are listening to me and you are in Nigerian Bar Association, Davidson needs to be reported. Davidson is part of that lawsuit. He's a defendant in that lawsuit. And that Davidson had the effrontery to walk into SARS, into Ikeja, and write a petition against Richard. And that was what made them to go and pick Richard up. This is so disgusting. It's so annoying. And Nigerian police is cooperating. Now they want to do the same thing. I don't know why Ayole is training Richard again. Why are you calling Richard's phone Tayoshe Ayole? So you want to know their location again and go and pick them up? Ayọ̀léyìí, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Ṣé the crime náà ló wá wọ ẹlẹ́wù tó yìí báyìí? I don't know. Eh? Nigerians, please, help us. Please help us. We don't know what they are planning now. That's why I'm out today. We don't know what their plan is. You see, these people, they just commit crimes anyhow. And before you know it, they will say they are getting orders from Abuja. Why will Ayọ̀léyìí be training Richard again? I'm crying out, and they should not go and pick Richard though. Thursday. And you know that lawsuit initiated against Richard by Opeyemi Emmanuel. Lawyer Ogunlana has asked for proof of evidence. Since last year till now, they've not been able to provide any proof of evidence because there's none. They know they have no case, and yet you want to come and pick Richard again. So that you scatter the whole thing, maybe when he's in detention, like you did in March, you come up with something again. And the government is there, you are looking, you are all watching, and nobody is doing anything. I mean, for how long will this continue? So I'm shouting now. We don't know what their plan is. That was what they did in March. 2 days before the lawsuit, they picked Richard up. And you don't know, right there in detention, the Nigerian police shamelessly instituted a lawsuit against Richard. In spite of the fact that Adewale Ajimisogbe said he doesn't know Richard, yet the Nigerian police went ahead and still put them together in a lawsuit that they collaborated to defame Odike Olukoya. I mean, who does that? When will Nigeria become better now? So maybe they want to come go and pick him again. That's why I'm here. Please, I'm shouting to all Nigerians. Help us. If you know whom you can report Ayọ̀léyìí Táwọ̀ṣe to, please help us do it. It's like she's above the law too. Olukoya is above the law. Táwọ̀ṣe Ayọ̀léyìí is above the law. And the two of them are criminals. Criminals. Ayọ̀léyìí Táwọ̀ṣe is a criminal. And she's in the Nigerian police force. In Alagbon. She's a top official. Please, I'm saying now, I know people are listening to me. If you can't help, you may know somebody that can help. Tell them to help us before they bundle Richard again. Thursday is the lawsuit. Go to court now. If you have anything, go to court and sort it. At least you have said he wants to attack Opeyemi. Go to court now and defend it. He who alleges must prove. Come and prove it in court. The lawyer has been asking you for proof of evidence. You say you caught Richard. Where is the weapon? What date? Who witnessed it? Where was it? Nothing. They couldn't answer. And yes, you want to pick Richard again and put him in prison. I won't allow it. That's why I'm shouting. Please, if you know anybody we can report Ayọ̀léyìí Táwọ̀ṣe to, please help us. Davidson Juwon, and please let me shout to Nigerian Bar Association. I can't do all this alone. Please help me. Help me. Help us. Okay? Help us, please. We really need your help. Now, another thing. I don't know why I first described that first lawsuit to you with Adewale Ajimisogbe. You know, I told you there was a judgment on Friday, given on Friday, about Richard and Sunday Bawura. Sunday Bawura was arrested and detained, I think 2021. He was detained in Alagbon, and Ayọ̀léyìí supervised his torture. I want to tell, I've been saying, if you are just doing, I know we have newcomers, so I'm telling you, so that if you want to help us, you know what to do. Please, I mean, do this. It's not only a Richard, do this for the body of Christ. Olukoya is oppressing, afflicting. Olukoya is a terrorist in the Christendom. I mean, Nigeria, please help us, do it for Christ. I'm begging, if you're a Christian, even if you are not a Christian, we are all humans first. Help us, okay? Bawura was locked up for 18 days and was tortured. In fact, the trauma he went through in that detention landed him in psychiatric hospital. Listen, he became suicidal. The thing progressed till he landed in Yaba, if not for God. From that, he developed high blood pressure because even after he was released, they never left him alone. He was running at us. Ayọ̀léyìí was always tormenting him, calling him, threatening his parents. He must not see anything. If not that Paura's case too was broadcasted, maybe they would have killed him or kept him in prison like those two pastors. You see why those two pastors suffered like that? There was no social media when that thing started. You know, it was 2008. I think Facebook started in 2009. You see, that was why Olukoya got away with that thing. But thank God for social media now. Okay. Paura started developing a lot of illnesses because already, I think he developed PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And at the end of the day, he sued Olukoya because he had no rest. He was shuttling between states, so he couldn't work for those years because they were after his life. And we said, okay, we got him a lawyer so that we have rest. The lawsuit was instituted. Richard too, you know what happened? Richard was locked up in Alagbon last year for, I think, 9 days. And during that lockup, you see that Richard's lockup was because of this Opeyemi something. Opeyemi said Richard cyberbullied him. When I have time, maybe next time, I don't know, I will come here and play to you the things Ope said went on. Ope was the one that cyberbullied Richard. Richard never cyberbullied Ope, and I'm telling you the truth now. You know we say the truth now. It was Ope that went on like, yeah, Olukoya turned it because they have money, and Ope sued Richard that he cyberbullied her. That was what led to that Alagbon's arrest last year. It was only cyberbullying though. At first she said Richard stole 6 million naira from her, and they called Richard from special fraud units. That's another, so you can go and watch my past videos. After that, Richard was detained, we bailed him and everything. Then later, a couple of weeks later, they took him to Alagbon again. Now, cyberbullying, and he was detained. You know, it was in that Alagbon, the day Richard was supposed to be released, and they were taking, that same day, they came out with, Ope came out with maybe amendment or whatever, and included this one, that attempted murder, that Richard was after her son. Okay, that was the lawsuit. Okay, that lawsuit now, they are going for it. Sorry, that lawsuit was, and they detained him unlawfully. That was what made Richard sue them. You see that arrest in Alagbon, it was against his fundamental human rights, and it was a lie. It never happened. That was why Richard sued Olukoya and all of them. And that's what produced the voice notes. You see that voice note I've been playing to you? That voice note where Olukoya said, police has made available to me your chat with Funke Ashekun, because when he was in Alagbon, they seized Richard's phone and that of his wife, and then forwarded all the chats to Olukoya. Olukoya was in America in a crusade then. I told you, when Olukoya wants to commit a crime, he will travel abroad, so that when that thing happens, you will not trace it to him. He's a mafia. You see, if not that Sister Bonanle recorded Olukoya, that's how when this thing gets to court, Opeyemi will be saying he's the one that Olukoya has no one. And the one that, in fact, when Sahara carried the news and some other bloggers, Opeyemi will go to the comment section and say it's not Olukoya that arrested him. It's me that put him in detention because I wanted to attack a minor. You all witnessed it. If not that sister recorded Olukoya when he was threatening her because of what he found, the police forwarded to him. Olukoya will have said he wasn't even in the country. Tó bá ti fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ bí yá travel. Olukoya, you see how you people are deceiving yourself. MFM USA, you took me to court. I told you that I posted something, you didn't answer me. I said I need a public apology from you for suing me for your because of your pastor that is a killer, a murderer. None of you see, I'm going somewhere. Okay. Anyway, Opeyemi, that's how you would have said, I was in Texas now in crusade. I don't know anything about the arrest. If not for that phone call, Olukoya was in a crusade, organizing a crusade. And right there at the crusade ground, Olukoya was committing a crime in Nigeria. By ear, through phone. And you people were in that Texas. Every power. Olukoya was there busy calling prayer point for you. During break time, he was committing crime in Nigeria via phone call. You through the air. You see that you people you are deceiving yourself. I don't want to. You see that God will deliver you. Anyway, you see, with all that, the judge gave a judgment on Friday that Olukoya has no hand in Richard's detention. I'm saying it now because we are appealing. On Friday, I didn't want to talk much because I've not had time to discuss with the lawyer. I wanted to get all the facts. And I'm saying it, I want to expose all these things. If Nigeria needs to get better, since the news media, they are not reporting it. Please remind me, I want to mention the names of the news media that helped us. I said some of them came, they took my money, they never reported. It's not all of them. Some of them actually came and reported the news. So I want to verify it. Please remind me, I'll mention their name. Okay. Since the news media won't report the actual thing, as at now, you see those two pastors arrest. Somebody said, I think Naira Land too has posted it, and Sahara. All others, they've kept that. So thank God for social media. That Judge Ruth, that wasn't Olukoya, that instructed the police to detain, to arrest, to unlawfully arrest and detain Richard. In spite of all the evidences placed, in fact, of this phone call that Olukoya himself was talking, they presented it, all the evidences. That Olukoya said, your police, that okay, if it wasn't Olukoya that sent them, why was it that what they got from Richard, they had to forward it to Olukoya, even while he was still in America? So whom are they working for? Who ordered the police? They will say it's Opeyemi Emmanuel. But what came out from that arrest was forwarded to Olukoya, right? And Olukoya was threatening that I wanted to pick her up with police again. Richard sued Olukoya, sued Davidson and the Nigerian police force. The judge indicted the Nigerian police force that there was an unlawful arrest, but said Olukoya had no hand. Davidson had no hand. Please, the judiciary, the police, all of them that are meant to protect the citizens, why are you people behaving like this? And the judge ruled that the police, you see that phone, that the police got the phone through Richard's consent. Because that's what the police said. And with all the evidences, the judge accepted what the police said. I'm not saying the judge is wrong. I told you we are appealing. But I want to play something to you now. Because they are claiming they got that phone with Richard's consent. And that's what pained me most. That even if the police said that with this evidence, anyway, I want to play something to you now and judge you yourself whether that phone was collected by consent. Please listen to Richard here. He made this video after he was released from Alagbon. As at this time, his phone had done. In fact, till now, Richard's phone that was collected from his wife that day, and that of, the wife went to the police invited the wife after they locked up Richard. I think the following day, they said the wife should come and bail. Yes, the following morning, they asked the wife to come and bail her husband. So she went, Richard left his phone when he was arrested. So the wife went to do something, thinking she was going there to bail her husband. So she went with the phone and her husband's phone. But at the entrance, they seized the phone from her. And you all know what they did with the content in the phone. And as at now, those two phones are still in Alagbon. They've not released it to them since then. Now, after the whole thing, Richard came online and did this video that I want to play to you now. Calling out IG, everybody that to tame Olukoya, that this is what they did to him. He did that phone, but as at that time, I started going to that Magodo church. Before I play, let me give you the background story. When Richard did that video, he had already gone to Magodo Redeemed Church, where I said that Pastor Bayo is, the one I did a few weeks ago. Remember, it was Pastor Bayo that gave him a son that bailed him. Okay, you remember, I told you. So because of that, Richard had to cooperate with the pastor, whatever he told him to do. So when Richard got to church, I don't know if they have talking with Olukoya. I don't know what happened, transpired. But the pastor said, Richard made this video, sorry, after the release, the video I'm about to play now, Richard went online and played, because at that time, his phones were still with them. And the pastor called him. Maybe Olukoya called the pastor when they saw the video. Anyway, the pastor called Richard that Richard should go and take that video down. Listen to me, everybody. He said Richard should go and take that video down. That we are on the case. I got you a sign already. And as at that time, they started saying he should go and beg Olukoya. Okay? Beg Olukoya, I know this. Anyway, so that Richard won't become an alasheju, that your pastor is talking to you and you cannot obey. Richard put down the video. But he didn't delete it. He just hid it to obey the pastor. Do you know after that, Olukoya's team camp, that same video that they worked on Richard's pastor to make Richard pull down, they now use Davidson and Olukoya of them. They now use that same video to take Richard to court that he defamed them. They don't know Richard still has that something. They presented it in court and said Richard went online to defame. And I want to warn everybody listening to me now. You see, Olukoya has no integrity at all. Olukoya is not a man of his word. If Olukoya tells you, asks you to come and negotiate with him in anything, please say no. There is no time. I can give you statistics of people, even in lawsuits, even in London. There was a sister that took Olukoya to court in London. Olukoya called her, begged her, use people to okay, we withdraw the lawsuit, all these things, all your grievances, I will make sure I rectify it, and then I will make you in charge of what do they call this? Battle cry all over Europe. I will do this, I will give you accommodation, I'll buy you a car. And the sister told the lawyer that, please, I want to withdraw. They begged me. And the lawyer wants this sister. I said, you don't withdraw like, okay, let them write something and sign. Let us sign that they said they will do this. How can you just, because if you withdraw this case, you can't go back to court again. Let them sign something. Do an agreement. The sister went back to Bola. Kehinde Bola was in charge of London, the MFM London. She went back to Bola Kehinde that this is what my lawyer said. Can you talk to Olukoya? I mean, you people should sign something. Let there be an agreement signed that if I withdraw this lawsuit, you will do this for me. When Bola came back, Kehinde said, don't you believe a man of God? How can Olukoya say, we do it nice, a man of... Anyway, the sister withdrew, and the lawyer warned her, because the lawyer is not a member of MSF. You don't do things like this. By the word of the mouth, let them sign. And so I said, because she thought she was dealing with a man, not knowing that she was dealing with mafia gangs, with criminals. Don't visit Ile Alawo. Do you know the sister withdrew? And everything Olukoya promised her, he failed. In fact, the sister died. That's a story for another day. The sister became depressed, miserable. She was crying, telling, if you hear that sister's story, anyway, at the end of the day, she died. So I'm telling you, if Olukoya is telling you, come, don't take, and then let's negotiate. In any way, please, never you negotiate anything. In fact, you don't negotiate with a terrorist. Isn't that what they say? Olukoya is a terrorist. So if you say you are negotiating with a terrorist, you are deceiving yourself. In fact, terrorists are better, because sometimes when you negotiate and you pay them, maybe they will release the victim. Olukoya doesn't. His own terrorist is beyond, in fact. So please, I'm begging you, don't sign anything with Olukoya. He doesn't keep to his words. In fact, that is what he will use against you. You see, Richard took down this video then when they asked him to do, because he prevailed up, and it was the pastor that got him a lawyer. He just obeyed the pastor, and immediately they came up with a lawsuit adding that video that Richard went online to defame them. I'll play that video again today. Richard released it again today. Let me play the video too. I want to see, with all this, the judge ruled that Richard gave out his phone to the police with his consent. Somebody that was in detention. When his wife got there, you seized the phone, you called Richard out to come because there's a security. Because they couldn't access that phone, they called Richard out of the cell and asked him to open under duress. Did he have a choice? So where is the consent coming from? Listen to the video Richard did. Immediately he came out of that Alagbon, Richard went online because he was really Excuse me, please. So Richard came on and listen to him, please, everybody.
This video is mainly to the Inspector General of Police. Sir, when you assumed office, you said you feel like a tiger that wants to clamp down on criminal entities. Please, IGP, sir, I need you to help me to ask Daniel Olukoya of Mountain of Fire how he had access to my phones. My phones collected by Supol Ayoleyi of Alagbon. Ayoleyi is a card-carrying member of Mountain of Fire. We were very close when I was there. Why should Ayoleyi meddle in an official issue? She used her office to brutalize me. I was picked up 12 a.m. naked in my house. I was locked up in Alagbon for 1 whole week without bail. Ayoleyi collected my phones, accessed my phones. She went in there and got my contact and sent to Daniel Olukoya of Mountain of Fire. And then they started calling my contacts and then they started threatening them. What is my offense? Is it a crime to leave your church, Daniel Olukoya? Is it a crime to leave your church? Rinu Oduala, you have refused to do my case because Daniel Olukoya he was your pastor. Sanwo-Olu, Governor Sanwo-Olu, you know me very well. You know Richard. Emo Richard Dada, you have my song CDs. I am a gospel singer. Is it a crime for me to leave your church? You said I am talking to Funke Ashekun. The last time I checked, according to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it is my fundamental human right to associate with anybody. It is my fundamental human right. You say you are searching for the enemies of MFM. I thought you said you are a man of prayer. Why are you using police? Ayoleyi, you are the one that supplies Daniel Olukoya police. You use your office at Alagbon under the AIG. I think it's Frank Mba. You people, IGP, sir. You need to ask Daniel Olukoya why he is after me. I went to RCCG City of David. Daniel Olukoya came there to lie against me and that the pastor should chase me away. He detained me in the Alagbon cell for 7 good days and nothing has been done. And that man is still walking free, still climbing that pulpit. And he says he is preaching. He says he is preaching. That man should be tamed. That man should be tamed. He accessed my phones. There is a voice note where he threatened the woman, a member of his church, asking why that one was communicating with me. That woman is at large and that woman is hiding. IGP, you say you feel like a tiger. You need to do the tiger move. You need to make the tiger move on Daniel Olukoya. He is threatening me, he is threatening my family. I am a gospel singer. He has pursued all my customers. I have acquired so much economic losses. Why should you be a pastor and you will be using tithe and offering to oppress people? IGP, do something.
Please, from this voice notes, it's a video, you can watch it. It's on Richard's page on YouTube. Please, from what you have listened now, is there anything that suggests that Richard gave his phone willingly to the police to use? Is there anything that suggests that Richard's consent was in seizing his phone? Because I don't know what is happening. I mean, in Nigeria, people behave. You don't even think that, okay, what will people say? And that was one thing I was always asking when I was in Olukoya's church. Olukoya will do something, he and his wife, and I'll be wondering, how will you people be just do something and you are not even, I mean, you can't even consider that if I do this thing, what will people say about me? If people complain, won't they talk? You just do things as if you are God, you rule, you own people, you own their destiny, you own their lives. Eh? How How can somebody say that Richard's phone was collected from him with his consent? Okay, the content, all the content, after the phone was taken from Richard, the content, why did the police forward it to Olukoya? Despite the fact that Olukoya was outside, I told you Olukoya was in a crusade in Texas. It was in the afternoon that he called this sister on a Saturday. The crusade was on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday afternoon here in the US, Olukoya called Bolande. Even despite the fact that he was out of the country, the police was still reporting to Olukoya. You said Olukoya had no hand in this, and yet all the contents were forwarded to him for use. Not only forwarded, Olukoya used the content. So who sent them? And a judge is ruling that this was done with consent. Do you see that Nigeria has a long way to go? Do you see the problem of Nigeria? So the judiciary too, Olukoya can buy you over. I don't know what is going on, and I'm really annoyed. The judgment was to be given 2 Fridays ago. Let me check the dates. Why do they behave like this in Nigeria? You know that day I didn't want to talk because I not gotten the whole picture. I was there. How did they do this thing? How come? Okay, the judgment should have been given on the 24th of May, May 24th. It was a Friday. They got to court, ready for the judgment, and all of a sudden they said the judge was not coming. That time I suspected that there could be a foul play. Nothing was, no, something. They didn't get any notification. It was at the court there that they were sent back home, and that they should come the following Friday. I see the following Friday when they came. You see the kind of judgment that was given. They exonerated Olukoya. The judge exonerated Olukoya, exonerated Davidson Juwon, and Davidson still had the guts after the verdict was pronounced that Richard and Bawura should pay them 5 million for defaming them, for the stress they put them through, for adding them in that lawsuit. So who will help the citizen? The police. Olukoya is using the police to oppress. Now the judiciary, I don't know how a judge ruled that this thing was gotten with Richard's consent. Do you see what Richard said? Do you see the video? They made Richard put down that video. They thought he doesn't have any evidence again, and they used that same video. You see that this thing that Richard said, that's what they are using to back up their claim that Richard came online to defame Olukoya. You know, he mentioned Olukoya there. So where is the lie? If people will be saying defame, it's no longer defamation if it's the truth. And you people are oppressing us. At that time, his phone was still with you till now, over a year. I'll be about a year, and I think it was July last year. The phones are still there. Is that not oppression? And then you ruled and there's other. I do know why Olukoya did this thing. I know he must have pressed a lot of buttons. You see this Bawura's case and Richard's case, they are part of my evidence here in the US that I submitted. You see, I submitted my response, and they've seen that. So he wants to rubbish those evidences with me. Now that the judge has ruled, you see how you people are conniving with Olukoya to perpetrate crimes, to perpetrate wickedness. And that's how Olukoya has been able to get away with all these murders for decades. Olukoya has been killing people for decades, and then the country, the system has been shielding him. You are shielding him again. He's in court with me now. He knows I'm using this thing, and he went to court so that they will exonerate him. Now, if I present it here in the court, they will just present the judgment, the verdict. That Olukoya knows nothing about it. And you know, judge, now it's the evidence to produce. So, judge, what you have just done now, you have just exonerated Olukoya from answering to his crime. That is it. But we are appealing this case. I won't give up. And I will keep shouting until something is done. Please, if you are listening to me, and maybe you want to help me petition, if there's anybody that can petition the IG or the Nigerian Bar Association, please, this is a fight for humanity. Something has to be done. You see, media houses only Showore, and you people, you Christians, you say Showore is against Christianity. Do you see your life? These same men of these same criminals on the pulpit, they turned you against Showore. Not knowing that is the one fighting for you. All these things Sahara has been publishing about Olukoya. Do you know, they never asked me for anything. I've not been paying Sahara. The people that came for the press briefing, I paid them. You see all these reports, and it's not Sowore that I'm speaking with. Just the Sahara journalists, because they listen to me. If I say anything that is of interest, they will call me and confirm. This thing you said on your show, is there something to substantiate it? Once they see the evidence, they will publish it. Do you know they've never asked me for a kobo? In fact, when I organized the press conference, I invited, I said, please join them at the press conference. They said, they don't attend press conference, so they hide their identity because they're always reporting the truth. And these criminals, these powerful people in the society, if they know them, they can kill them. You see, they're even putting their lives at risk to do this job. And yet, these pastors, they will incite you against those who are working. So Olukoya is a man of God. You people say, Sowore came to Prayer City. It shouldn't be there. You see that Olukoya is your problem. The people helping you, these criminals on the pulpit will turn your heart against them. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem now? And because they know that most Christians, we are gullible people. Lord believeth all things. Once somebody calls the name of Jesus, or you say your pastor, they say, touch not my anointed. So when Olukoya says something, you rather believe Olukoya than believing Sowore. Meanwhile, it's Sowore that is telling you the truth. But because Sowore doesn't come to your church, you say he's working against the church. Do you see the problem? Please, let's borrow ourselves sense. Let these people stop turning amala inside our brain. They are using your brain to turn amala. Can a judge say this was given with consent? And then you say, then Japa, say in Nigeria, we will say, what do I want to do with all this madness? With all this madness? It is well. So why I really came out today is, please, help me. Any done something you can contact. It's like Ayoleyi is beyond, I don't know. Ayoleyi is above the law. Why was Ayoleyi training Richard's phone again? So that they'll go and pick him up. Since how many weeks now? They've been in hiding. They are not in their house. Their children have stopped going to school just because they walked into MFM church. And then the judiciary, the police, you are conniving. If I let me not talk. Let me not talk because the way I'm feeling. But I know why Olukoya did this. Olukoya knows I'm going to use those exhibits in court. And he quickly joined. Olukoya, let me tell you, you have failed. You see, your mission is dead on arrival. The Lord knows how to catch you. And you know you must appear in that court. So I'm not joking. You must be subpoenaed in that court. Without you in that court, you see this lawsuit, it won't go anywhere. I will stand my ground. I will stand my ground. You have to appear and answer to all your crimes. If they can't hold you accountable in Nigeria, they should be able to hold you accountable in America because you have your branches scattered all over America. That's how you have planted people like Olumide Oni, who have been carrying crimes, doing crimes for you in Nigeria. You spread them out because you have your branches all over the world. You put all these criminals, in America to come and be doing pastors. Criminal on the pulpit. Olumide Oni too is doing head of a region. What did they call it? Can you imagine? That was Adekunle Adekola too. Do you know it was in court for the first time that I heard from Adekunle Adekola's man that he was a gang leader. Those of you in Nigeria, do you know Adekunle to be a gang leader? And yet he was PA to Olukoya. And he was in that court talking. It was MFM church that changed his life. He was a gang leader on the street, and they invited him to church, and he got to church, and Olukoya made him his son. In fact, you can't see Olukoya. It was just bragging in the court that you can't see Olukoya when I was in Nigeria without seeing me first. I know I'm the PA. I've been working with him. He's not into any of this something that they are saying a moment of truth. As if I mentioned the name of your pastor. Why you bother with what I was talking about Pharaoh? Is this Olukoya Pharaoh? It was in that court. I said, no wonder. There was a time this guy stole and they removed him from that place, put him in another department. Do you know he denied everything? And the lawyers were telling, if I want to answer again, say, attention, my lord. You think God doesn't see all things? So you Adekunle, you were a gang leader. What qualities did Olukoya see in you that made him to make you or whatever his PA? Because you said MFM was your next point of call after your street, your gang something. So what did Olukoya see in you? When you just, I know that you don't have genuine salvation in that church. If you got saved in MFM church, you better go and find and seek the Lord and get born again, truly. So MFM was your next point of call, and you got there, and Olukoya promoted you to his office, to his corridor. You are his PA. So what did he see in you? No wonder you were stealing. And then you, this same Adekola, Olukoya brought you to US to be a pastor. You see what Olukoya MFM is doing? I've told the government they should investigate all of you. Especially those of you that Olukoya brought. You should be investigated, all of you, because some of you are real criminals. Criminals. And then I went to court. My opening statement, because in that court, on Sunday, my court hearing started on Monday, 22nd of January, I guess. On Sunday, I was in the house. A sister just forwarded the link to me. I opened the link and lo and behold, I saw Olukoya in Texas holding a crusade in winter. In fact, it was snowing then. Snow, real snow. During my court hearing, there was snow. And I said, who organizes a crusade during winter? We don't do that here. You don't do crusade during winter because nobody will come. It's harsh weather. You don't expose people, because if they come and something happens, your insurance, you'll be responsible for it. So nobody does that kind of a thing. And I knew, look, I have something in mind. Why will you plan a crusade to correspond with the time that I'll be in the courts? And that was a red signal for me. And I went to court. My opening statement, I said America should protect me. That this man has hitmen working for him. My hearing starts today, and then he came to America doing crusade in winter. That they should please protect me. His lawyer, Mr. Garcia, stood up in court and said I was lying. That if Olukoya wanted to kill me, is that no other ways of, would he have come to court? Saying that, would he have come to court? There are also many ways he could have killed me, that I was lying, trying to raise the sentiments of the court. Please, everybody listening to me, has it not been confirmed now that Olukoya is a killer, is a murderer? Isn't it confirmed now? They said I was trying to raise sentiments. I lied. And because of that, you didn't allow me to pursue. Maybe the judge will have pursued it. You see what has happened now? We'll meet in court. And this same Adekunle is just about 40 minutes drive away from my house. You see why I should shout out? Because I don't trust any of them. That's what I say I should tell you today. I'm sorry if I shouted. It's the way I feel. I'm sorry if I was hard, please. But there's no way I can say this thing and remain calm. I'm not broken to that point. My brokenness has not reached that stage. So please, on a more serious note, if you are in Nigeria, you are listening to me now, please help us. You see, I told you the things at stake. I guess they are training Richard now. Maybe they want to pick him up. Because why will Ayole call Richard 3 days to the court hearing? And remember the antecedents in the past. They've done that in the past. And it's that Opeyemi, man, you know they don't have any evidence. They've been asking for proof of evidence. So now they want to dabaru the case, maybe to bundle Richard and lock him. And when he's in the prison, they will not come out with another. I mean, if they could get a hotel room and tell the manager they wanted to shoot a robbery scene in the hotel room, and then it was setting up those people for death. So what can they not do? Please help us shout out to. I don't know. If you're in Nigeria, you are listening to me. If you see anybody you can, please. Ayode Itawoshe. Davidson Juwon, they need to be tamed and reported. Davidson Juwon needs to be reported to Nigerian Bar Association. I'm telling you, all the things that guy has been doing is against the ethic of your profession. Even me, that I'm not a lawyer, I can't talk the way Davidson talks. Davidson lies. And you see, this same Davidson sleeping with girls at the headquarters. Even impregnated one twice. Aborted for her 3 times. And didn't even marry her. Yeah, and you call that one a lawyer? What kind of a lawyer is that? And the girl went to report him. He was still telling lies there. That I never slept with her. You see that Davidson is the kind. All of you have been saying, Davidson doesn't look like a lawyer. Even his scam everything. The intelligence, zero. You see why Olukoya made him his personal lawyer, that kind of a thing. Let me tell you another modus operandi of Olukoya. You see, Olukoya likes going after sycophants. You see that David, you know, he doesn't look like a lawyer. Even his words don't match that of a lawyer. And he was on the, I told you, his sister said he was looking homeless when she knew him. You see those kind of people. Maybe he's a lawyer, truly, I don't know. Or maybe he came out with third class, I don't know. Because I've never seen a lawyer like Davidson. I mean, displaying nonsense, no intelligence, nothing. This is the first time. Olukoya likes using such people, those psychophants, so that, and then you know he committed a crime, impregnated somebody, so he has his secrets. So when he takes him and he's using him, if he says go and commit a crime, Davidson won't be able to say no because Olukoya has his dossier. You understand? That's why. How can Olukoya, an organization as large as MFA, and that Davidson Juwon is the lawyer to Olukoya worldwide? You see, somebody that can impregnate, abort, and the guy even called you. So reported, and you were denied that you never slept with him until he started describing your gbola. The guy had to describe how his manhood looks like, that there's a lump there. And they told the Orago to come and go and check. And truly, they found the lump. Do you know, even after finding the lump on his manhood, this guy was still denying. And the only one look at that knows how to lie. He had to say, this kind of lie. She described your manhood. It's not your face she described. If you didn't have access to the manhood, how would she know that there was a lump on your manhood? He was still denied. That's a lawyer. This Davidson, please let me report him. He has been sleeping with girls. Let me report him. Until the guy said, okay, let me take you to his house, where he used to sleep with me. This, you see the kind of people Olukoya takes. That's Olukoya's lawyer, criminal. All of them, criminal raised to power too. I don't know. Is that your name bigger than the law? Olukoya quickly did this thing. I told you we were gotten the judgment 2 weeks ago. On that morning, when they said that thing, they cancelled it. No notification before, not that the judge was sick, nothing. They just said, remove it. I said, power has changed hands. See what they are saying now. Exonerate Olukoya. How can you exonerate Olukoya? So, Bawura, that they detained the data Alagbon and they made him do 3 videos under duress, saying that Olukoya is a man of God, retracting all the things they have said before. So why did they arrest Bawura? Is it not because Bawura came on and was exposing Olukoya? That was why now. And they made him, in fact, that guy spent 18 days because he refused to do that video. Not until his father was arrested at the point of that, because he has a high BP. And they were saying that if your daddy dies now, that was why that brother had to succumb. Even as with the torture, he still maintaining that, no, I won't lie. I still stand by what I said. He had to do it so that the daddy will not die now. So if it wasn't Olukoya that instructed, so who instructed the police? Was Bawura picked at the crime scene? Why did the police arrest him and detain him for 18 days? And they made him to do a video praising Olukoya. I mean, you don't even need to study law to give a judgment, to know that Olukoya is behind this. Then Richard too, you see, with this evidence that is telling us that we all hear very soon, that people will say, play the voice note again. We all heard the voice note that the police, everything they got from Richard's phone, they forwarded it to Olukoya, and Olukoya started using it to go after all the contacts there, arresting them with police. And yes, somebody can still say Olukoya has no hand. Just because Olukoya knows I want to use those 2 evidences in courts. I have everything. I produce all the psychiatric hospital bills and everything, the prescription. I produce even the hospital to show that thing affected Bawura. And the voice notes here and some other things. Now, Olukoya now prevailed. I don't know how he did this. And they are saying he's exonerated. He has no hand. I mean, Nigeria, you can do better now. You can do better. For how long? For how long? Why are you people like this? How can a judge give this kind of judgment in this modern age? When you're in Nigeria, may the Lord is your strength. May the Lord be with you and fight for you. I don't even know. These are the things that you can't do here. Something that is so obvious like this. You're not even afraid of your license. If you try it, they take your license from you. That's the end of your career. Anyway, we are appealing. No, the battle is not yet over. I know, look at listen. I know your plan. Until that appeal is ready, we'll keep on postponing that lawsuit till we get it. Until I get that appeal and get justice. Until then, and then I'll meet you in court. If you think you are smarter, God is smarter than you. You are criminal apààyàn, pastor apààyàn. Yeah, well, no, Sahara has published another one today. You see that court something? Sahara got it, and that aspect where they described how that hotel scene was staged. Instead, go and check Sahara. They published. You see, your life is outside. People gather, they will get to know that you are a criminal, you are not a man of God. You are a wolf in sheep clothing. Shame on you and all those supporters. And all those who are defending rubbish. Àwọn ọmọ Beliali. So that's where I will stop today. I just came out to alert you on that thing. And please, I didn't just tell you this. I believe some people are watching me here that has connection somewhere too. We have prayed. Watch and pray, okay? I mean, work prayer without work. Once we have prayed, we need to do something. It is what we do. It is the work of our hands that God will bless. So let's do something and God will bless it and use it to do whatever I want to do. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me. If I see anything that I need to say, I'll come out. But if not, you meet me next Tuesday by the grace of God. But make sure you are checking my page daily to see if we need to talk. Okay, I said they are going to court on Thursday. Maybe I'll come out on Friday and let you know the outcome of the court. Let's see the abacadabra that Opeyemi Emmanuel will go and play in court on Thursday. But you must not pick Richard, though. Don't pick Richard this time around, though. Go to that court, go and meet the judge and say go and show all the dangerous weapons you got from Richard. Ẹ̀yin onírọ̀, ẹ̀yin criminals. You're not criminal, won't wash ọlọ́pàá. That's how they use you. You use police, this corrupt police officer, to put innocent people in prison for 9 years. I should play the voice note. Okay. Let me play the voice note. How can somebody listen to this voice and is exonerating the Olukoya that he has no hand in the arrest? Apa! Ẹ̀dẹ̀bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Please let me not talk. Nigeria will heal this.
Okay, can I ask one or two questions, ma'am?
From me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go ahead, sir.
Are you alone or somebody is with you?
It's my small girl that is in the house.
Okay. Is there any way I've offended you, ma'am?
You? I offended you?
Yes, is there any way I've offended you? Me? Offended you?
Daddy, why would you be saying that? Offended me? In what way?
And because
you have not.
The police has made available to me your chat with Funke Ashekun.
So do what?
The police has made available to me your chats with Funke Ashekun.
Me in chat with Funke Ashekun?
Yes, sir. You chatted with you can call me Maradona.
My own line.
Police has made the chat available. You were asking for the video of Richard, blah blah blah, all those kind of things. Where the chat is available now. The police has made it available.
That means they hacked my number. Maybe my number has been hacked. Me?
It was not hacked.
No, my number has been hacked. That must be.
They got it from Richard's phone. Richard.
Richard? I don't even have Richard's phone.
Yeah, you don't have Richard's phone, but it's a chat with you and Ashekun.
Yeah? When will I do that? No.
Well, it is there available. It's technology, doesn't tell lies.
Maybe my phone is hacked too.
Let me read you what you wrote. In case you have forgotten.
Maybe my phone is hacked.
No, your phone is not hacked, man. Let me read you what you wrote, so that you can know how to talk very well, because I don't know what we have offended you that you can be talking to those who are running down mountain of fire, running down your general overseer. If I've offended you, maybe you come and tell me that this is what you did wrong. I don't like that. I don't like this rule. And then we'll sit down and sort it out. Not going to social media to be commenting on.
I'm not a social media person like that too.
Well, just wait, man. Just wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second now. Are you not Bolani Adebayo?
Yes, that's my name.
Please, my sister, based on your recent, on your record, can you tell me the specific video where the case of Mr. Ayotunde Richard was discussed? How he almost lost his relationship and the one with his voice message. One of my sisters at the Prayer City Church discussed some happenings in the Prayer City with me, which prompted me to inform her of your program. I need those videos for her to watch in confirmation of some of the things you have been saying. I would like also to share subsequent programs with her. Now say this our Gio. Maladona.
Yeah.
He's there, man.
He's there, man.
So,
what's that number?
You are following Adebayo. Are you not following Adebayo?
What's that line? Morogo. Yes.
Following Adebayo. Connect to hack line, man.
What's that line?
So, Untimade wa ṣe lé lórí kẹmà bínú. Kò rí pé ẹ láìkè mi, so bàtà ẹ láìkè mi kí lẹ́yìn ṣe máa ń dúró pa.
Èmi ò láìkì yín kẹ̀. Èmi tí mo.
Kọ́mẹ̀ntì mò ń kà fún yín.
It's hack o. This number is hack o. Morogo. Jésù. This number is hack o. My number is hack.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's like, how will I be láyé? Let me see mo ṣì wá program níjọ́ Sunday tí mo ṣì my program, my line, why will you be saying that, Daddy?
Emma, where the police will go to
contact me because I am not, my line is hacked. It's like you don't know me, my line is hacked. How will I be saying that? Jesus. Olódùmarè.
Àwọn yín èyí tí tó wà lórí kìíní ìsórí ẹ̀. Ó ti bá sọ fún hack line bóyá Adébáyọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá yàtọ̀ sí tẹ̀síṣàn ṣùgbọ́n.
Èmi kẹ̀, how will I be saying that on social and be telling lie for what? Ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tí mo lọ every time tí mo ń wà lẹ́jàs every time. How that stand against itself cannot stand now. I wouldn't know. There was a time somebody sent something to me. One of our choir members sent something to me. Tí mo send message. I almost fell now. Tí mo fẹ́ ní ẹ lówó. Ó wà ní ráhùn kọ́ o. Pé wọ́n ti hack nọ́mbà òun ni. Èmi kẹ̀. God forbid. Ayé mi Morogo. Mo láti change mo láti lọ report nìyẹn o.
Ṣé Adébáyọ̀ ọmọ Bọ́láńlé lórúkọ ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́?
Bọ́láńlé ni, it's not ọmọ Bọ́láńlé.
Ọmọ Bọ́láńlé lórúkọ ẹ̀ Adébáyọ̀ Bọ́láńlé ni.
Bọ́láńlé, some people call me ọmọ Bọ́láńlé but I don't use it because it's not in my credential.
Àwòrán yín náà péjà lọ́lọ́pàá péjà lè tẹ́ wọ aṣọ búlù kọ̀tẹ́ pépìlà àti kọ̀sọ́rí báyìí.
Blue. Jésù.
Aṣọ búlù wà. Wọ́n ti kọ́ lọ bí aṣọ aláràbarà bíi Joseph Gray àti Fìlà fún báyìí.
Wọ́n ti hack nọ́mbà mi. Mo ti lóògùn. I have to go and report. wọ́n ti hack nọ́mbà mi wọ́n ṣe fi nọ́mbà mi ṣe kíní gbà yẹn sójú pé Ọlọ́run ló yọ mí tí mi ò fall a victim of sending money. Mo rógo mo ti rógo Jésù. Èmi àti yín dádì láti bo síbo màmá why will I do that? No. If I haven't be maybe just people just think no. This is insanity. No. How will I do that? Touch not my anointed. I do my no. How will I? Yeah. God forbid though. Talking to a man of God. Kíní là ń gbé ẹ̀yin prayer city.
Ẹ̀yin náà ni wọ́n sọ fún tó ń gbé prayer city.
Ẹ̀yin prayer city ni là ń gbé.
Wọ́n ní tó ń gbé prayer city.
Àwọn tó mọ̀ mí ló ṣiṣẹ́ yìí o.
Lẹ́yìn nìkan ní ẹ̀kọ́ lè fún àkísọ́ ọkọ yín náà.
Wọ́n àkísọ́ ọkọ mi náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
Kí náà ló ń tún ṣe? Mo rò wò.
Àkísẹ́pìtì náà ni. Àkísẹ́pìtì náà ni pé gbogbo rọ́bìṣì tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń sọ pé òótọ́ wà ń bẹ̀. Kí òótọ́ tó padà wà ń bẹ̀ ni wọ́n á tún jáde ń jọ̀kọ̀ ṣá.
Èmi kẹ̀.
It's because I know you go people you
how will I? You are too much to me to do this. So for me to no. Bíbélì sọ pé.
Please, I'm asking everybody from this voice note alone, how can a judge rule that Olukoya has no hand in Richard's arrest? Everything they got, the police didn't report to Opeyemi now. In fact, now they can't even produce proof of evidence. I'm sure Richard was picked up because of this one, because as at that time, Olukoya was looking for evidences in my phone to name me in court. You know, we were in court then. That was what he was looking for, that I picked Richard. All this Opeyemi was just an excuse. He was looking for evidences in my phone. And I wonder how he wanted to take something gotten from a phone that was taken illegally to present in a court of law. You see now, I said it in court that he presented my statement in that thing and everything. Now, Olukoya wants to come to court with his lawyer now and say that they got those information through Richard's consent, that it wasn't illegal. You see what they are trying to do? But Richard, God is wiser than you, and he knows how to deal with you. Come, I'm waiting for you. Come. That's what he's trying to do. And then that judge, if not, man, your lordship or your honor, how do they say, your honor, man. I want you to watch the recent videos online. I mean, at least they said it has gone viral in Ikeja, in Nigeria. I want you to watch how Olukoya sent people to prison unjustly and gave instructions that they be killed. Aren't you interested in bringing Olukoya to book and stop this crime? Are you not there to protect, to interpret and protect and implement law and order? So this same Olukoya that is trending now, that we all see all this gory criminal, I mean, a lot of things that he did. Why are you now supporting him? You can't bring Olukoya to book in Nigeria, and somebody is also in court here, so you don't want Olukoya to answer to his crimes. Why are you joining Olukoya? Why are you shading Olukoya? I mean, this is so pathetic. Your honor, ma. Why are you shading Olukoya? How can you hear this voice? So they brought it to court, did everything, and you now say Olukoya has no hand, and you exonerated him. So why did the police arrest and detain Bawur and Richard? Who sent them? Did they know Richard from Adams? Were they picked from crime scenes? What is their offense? Okay, who wrote the petition for them to be picked up? Your honor, ma. Your be my lord. This phone, if I pick it, it may not be clear. Let me try. My phone has been doing something. Somebody is trying to call in. Let me see. Why is Nigeria like this? Who will help the citizen? And I'm calling you back. Why Why are you all shading Olukoya? His members here that are shading him. They are suing me by proxy. Why don't you want Olukoya to answer to his question? Is it because you are not affected? You are not the one that spent 9 years in Kirikiri? Why don't you have love for humanity? Why are people like this? Because of what? This is so sad. So sad, so sad. So sad. Ha! Please, if you know anybody you can report this situation to, please help me do it, please. You are the ones in Nigeria. There's a limit to what I can do here. Okay? Why are you shielding a criminal? Why are you protecting Olukoya? So you are happy that Olukoya is busy killing Christians? You are happy that Olukoya is busy terrorizing and oppressing Christians? What's going on? Didn't you read where Olukoya? Let me read it before we go. Olukoya gave instructions for those pastors to be killed. So Olukoya is a murderer. Are you happy that he's killing people, setting up on innocent people and putting them in prison? Why is Nigeria shielding him through the judiciary, through the Nigerian police force? Who will help the members? Are you not meant to protect people, to citizens? Are you not meant to protect citizens? Why are you people shielding criminals? Why are you cooperating with those who are killing Nigerians? Why are you cooperating with those that are terrorizing Nigerians? When will Nigeria be better? Then we then turn to people go to court, at least from court, you should be able to get justice. The police are there oppressing people. They go to court, run to court to get justice, and then judges are compromising with the criminals. So what will help the citizen? Is Nigeria cost? How can you say Olukoya is exonerated from this? How can you say he has no hand? Haba, with all these glaring evidences, even the kindergarten we know is the one behind it. Why is Nigeria like this? Why will Nigeria be better? Kí ló dé? Kí ló dé? Who will help the oppressed? Who will help the oppressed? Who will deliver the oppressed? As of today, Nigerian police is suing Richard and Ajimi Sogbe together, framing them up. It's a lie. The Nigerian police is joining, conniving, supporting Olukoya to perpetrate crime, and then the judiciary too is exonerating Olukoya from the crimes he committed. So where will the big brethren go to? Where will Olukoya's members run to? If the judiciary cannot help them, if the police are setting them up for death, for prison, so where will the members run to? Where will MFM members run to when Olukoya is busy killing them? Who will get them justice? What's wrong with Nigeria? Kí ló dé? Please let me send this to other bloggers. Let them we start shouting. We will keep shouting until something is done. Nigeria cannot continue like this. We are abroad, we see what goes on. All you did as you come abroad, you see what goes on in the Western world. Why can't you do something and help the citizens? Why are you so heartless? Why are you shielding a criminal? Somebody killing the members and you see keep on shielding him. You can't people can't get justice in Nigeria. You can't bring him to book. He knows he's here. And then you are helping him so that we escape justice here, to judgment here. Why is Nigeria like this? Because Olukoya has money or connection. Yes, and the judge is a woman. Can you imagine? Who does this? What kind of judgment is this? With all these evidences, and you are exonerating Olukoya. Bawura ended in psychiatrist hospital. Don't you have compassion with all the evidences that were supplied, that were produced in court? That guy almost died, and then you are exonerating Olukoya so that we perpetrate more crimes. People that walked into church, they are not criminals. The people Olukoya is busy killing and putting in prison, they are Christians, they are not criminals. And then you people are shielding him. Let him in. That's why for decades he's been killing people, and nobody has brought him to book. Why Why is Nigeria like this? Why are you people so wicked? Why are you so heartless? Coming from a woman. So tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ tí yín náà tì mẹ́wọ̀n, ẹ sọ pé Olúkọ̀yà kan ló mọ̀ wá pẹ̀ because he's not your son. Is Olúkọ̀yà bigger than Nigeria? Is Olúkọ̀yà above the law? Let's know now. Is Olúkọ̀yà the one ruling Nigeria? Has Olúkọ̀yà bought Nigeria? Haba. This is so annoying. Olúkọ̀yà yìí máa kó bá gbogbo yín at the end of the day. Until people start protesting, ó máa kó bá gbogbo yín. Please, if you are in Nigeria, if it's protest, can you contact organizations that can stage a protest? This is too much. With all the evidences on the internet, at least you people heard Femi Jimo, you heard that Baba Caleb, what's his name? And you want Olúkọ̀yà to continue like that. Please, if it says, I'm calling on everybody listening to me. If there are organizations you can contact and you can stage a protest, maybe, I don't know. Let's do something. We can't fold our hands. This is affecting weak Christians. These people that are being unjust, they are Christians, they are not criminals now. So Olúkọ̀yà should continue killing Christians. No wonder. You see why Olúkọ̀yà was able to hide his crimes, perpetrate all these things for 35 years. Do you see the reason now? Do you see it now? It's becoming clearer. The picture is becoming clearer. Olúkọ̀yà was busy killing members, and you people were shooting him. It's becoming clearer. How can you exonerate Olúkọ̀yà from this? With all these voice notes? Haba. Kí ló dé? That's where we end this scene today. I'll come here on Thursday. Let's see the Kadabra they want to stage in court on Thursday. Now, Opayemi now has taken Richard to court. They are going for the hearing. He said Richard came to his area, to her area, with dangerous weapons, with his gang to attack her child. That the gang members ran away, and it was only Richard that was caught. Something that never happened. You see that this is how, and because he's been getting away with it, that's why he keeps doing it. He did it in the case of Femi Jimo. He got away with it. Why won't he do it for Richard? Why won't he frame Richard up? When he knows that the police will support him and put Richard in prison, and when he gets to court, the judge will exonerate him. So why should he stop doing the crime when he's not brought to book? You see the problem? And Christians are there for. Tó bá yá yín gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ẹ gbélé yín, tó bá ti yá yín, tẹ́ bá ti ready. And you know them are touch not my anointed. You see, because it's not your turn, it will be your turn tomorrow, and you know how it feels. Can't even sing. Let me not deceive myself. Can't sing. So, by the grace of God, I'll come on Thursday. So that means I'll wait till after judgment. No, Thursday. I don't know how long I don't know when the judgment will take place. If I can still come out that day. No, let's make it Friday, please. Let me rest. Let me make it Friday. I'll be very busy these days. Let's make it Friday by God. So join me on Friday. Join me this same time, please. That's 5 p.m. Nigerian time, right? 12 noon my time, Eastern time. So let's meet on Friday by the grace of God, and then I'll give you the outcome. Let's see what the miracle, the magic they want to present to perform in court again. Well, I know one day shall God will arise and deliver his. I think I can sing now. Let me sing. Thy kingdom come, O God, thy rule, O Christ, begin. Break with thine iron rod the tyrannies of sin. Men scorn thy sacred name, and wolves devour thy fold. By many deeds of shame, we learn that love grows cold. O land, both near and far, thick darkness broodeth, yes. Arise, O morning star, arise, and set no more. Christ kí jọba rẹ̀ dé, kí àṣẹ rẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Fọ́pá ìrìn rẹ̀ fọ́, gbogbo ipá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Me. So join me on Friday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time by the grace of God, and I'll give you the report of the lawsuit. Have a wonderful, keep enjoying your week, and please keep praying. Let's stop praying. You see all this shouting prayers. We need prayers. We'll do the ones we can do, but we know God rules in the affairs of men. Yeah, so please, let's do it. God bless you, and please, I covet your prayers. Keep praying for me. Pray for Richard too. We don't know why Ayole called him, and then she dropped. I mean, it's just to trail his number, because they left the house since then. Since that time, they went to arrest the wife. They've run away. I told you the children are out of school now. And you people keep supporting Olukoya. Olukoya is busy terrorizing children, terrorizing parents, terrorizing Christians, killing Christians. God will arise and fight for his people. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. Shalom.